Guten Morgen. I'm sorry, but I will have to speak in English. This morning I was invited by Klaus Franz to address the all-employee meeting here in Rüsselsheim, and I was delighted to be able to take that opportunity. I gave some explanations of what GM is intending to do with Opel and Vauxhall, how we believe we have got a good plan to resurrect the company and bring it to its former glory. In particular, we have significant investment for new products. We are going to maintain the Rüsselsheim Engineering Center as a core key resource of General Motors, and we think we have a good plan to go forward. We do require some restructuring, and we have been explaining that over some weeks. We have not finished the negotiations on those. However, we have been asked from the EEF for certain issues such as profit sharing, such as shareholding, and potentially changing to an AG. We have responded that we think that they can be part of the final settlement, but we have got quite a long way to go in terms of other things at the moment. I then was happy to listen to Mr. Franz's speech, which was much more dramatic than mine because he's a professional communicator, and he told me what he expected of me and of General Motors and some of the complaints of the past. That's what I expected. So it was not a surprise, and I think overall I was very pleased to be part of this communication session this morning.
Mr. Reilly, I have a question about the paper that is presented to the German government. Are these figures final figures?
I presume you're referring to the plan that we have been sharing with the various governments, not just the German government, around Europe. That is our plan today. Of course, we are in discussions and negotiations with the works councils, with governments as well, for a different aspect of the whole restructuring. And so I think it's always possible there may have to be little tweaks around the edges, but generally speaking, that's our plan. I don't anticipate that it's going to change. I'd rather not comment on individual operations while we're in the negotiations with the works councils. I would just say that we still believe we require to reduce our overall capacity by approximately 20%. And our people by around 9,000 or possibly a little less.
How confident are you, Mr. Reilly, to actually get the 2.7 billion euros in government aid that is the gap between the restructuring amount in total and the 600 million that GM is willing to contribute? And is those 600 million, so to say, the last offer of GM, or will there be room to maneuver? Thank you.
There's always room to maneuver in a negotiation, I guess. I just say that the governments that we've spoken to have been pretty positive all around. You know better than I do that there are at least two different voices in Germany. Some which believe that they should be supporting Opel, given the global crisis we're in and the fact that most of the money that we're looking for is actually for investment in new products to enable us to have a strong future. And so there are certainly positive voices in Germany, and we are in the process of making an application. And we've had positive responses from other countries as well. So I don't know if it's going to be 2.7 billion, but we're optimistic we'll achieve a lot of support. The key thing, apart from just the willingness of the countries, the key thing is the fact that it has to be in line with the EU laws. And so we've been very, very clear that the discussions of support from governments does not depend on what our plan is for any particular country. So we're not in a bidding war for support.